My understanding of political participation, right? Political participation, or what I think it should be, is involvement of everyone, regardless of their gender, of their age, of their ethnicity, in matters regarding politics and governance, and leadership, and also decision making in their country. Thank you.
Good morning once more. So I'm Miriam Chisha Chimba. I'm the board chairperson for Girls Pride Zambia. Political participation is about decision making, having a voice about the things that concern you, or the decisions that are made about you and your community. So on a very basic level, if something affects you in your community, you ought to have the right to either do something about it or to speak about it, so that those who can do something about it can step in. So all the factors that affect community and individual life, and being able to make decisions about those things from a community level all the way to a national level, the things that affect our lives. And that's politics. Politics is water, it's food, it's shelter. Politics is education, and that begins from the household. So decisions about your life and your well-being, from community level all the way to the nation. That's what ensues the political space. It is a basic motivation for why we do politics.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tristan Ampunda, and I'm very happy to be here. My understanding of, before that, I wanted to appreciate you people. The bar is hard online, and I'm very happy that you're turning it now to physical participation. And I think through this is political participation, discussing matters and ideas that concern rule of law, human rights, and civic engagement. I would also say that political participation sometimes does not entirely mean that maybe your opinion on certain things is the opinion that will be considered maybe by the government in power. And it does not mean that whether you belong to the minority, you are not a participant. So your idea or your suggestion or your view is still a contribution. It is always sad when we say that, for me, I'm not a politician, I don't want the things of politics, I just want to go there and do business. But my friend, your business will be political. People are going to pass laws that will affect you. Taxes will come your way. So it is very evident that we all partake in this submission of actively engaging in political participation.
Thank you so much. Good morning. I would like to first of all say thank you for the organizers of this conversation. It's a great honor to be here and go to the topic from table. Political participation, for me, in my view, I understand it as just representation, being able to be represented, being able your voice to be heard, and if given chance, if you can participate in the political spaces, that's what I understand as political participation. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Turyashemererwa from National Union of People with National Union of Women with Disabilities. For me, in my view, political participation, I may say it's an action where every citizen is influential in the involvement and the expression of their activities that is taking place in their communities, where every citizen is given an opportunity to participate or express their opinions in their daily life of living, what will help them in either in infrastructure, in development, education. That is my view on political participation.
Yes, good morning. My name is Nzingo Samuel, and I'm a pastor, and I'm a student of law. So, going to the subject matter that you are looking at of political participation, I would have to say, I will not give a general definition, but in the way I understand it as an individual, these may be activities that citizens may participate or engage in to influence politics or governance in any country. It basically may not be on the national level, because we have politics right from the lower levels, right from our villages, we have politics. So there are different activities that citizens do or engage in to influence governance. Because if we are to go back to the history of this world, politics began, for example, in our constitution. When we look at Article 1 of this Constitution of Uganda, we have what we call that all powers belong to the people. But now it is us, the people, that give our powers to a certain sovereign entity to govern us. Meaning the powers are ours, but yet we are left with the responsibility to participate. Even though we have a central entity that governs us, but still we have different activities that we can do. For example, we have the right to vote. It is our right as citizens to vote. We have the responsibility of consultations. The government can come to the local levels to consult about us, what is happening in the country. Then also, so there are different activities that we can do to participate in the governance of a particular country. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing your views on what political participation is. And I believe from your diverse backgrounds and expertise in religion, politics, activism, we've understood what political participation is to them. So I'm going to begin with Linda here and ask her a question, and whoever would like to supplement or add anything from her answer should express that need to. So I'm going to ask you a question about the Gen Z-led protests in Kenya. We see that most youth came up and led those protests, and among other things, they were asking for political inclusion. So do you think that's a mechanism youth in Zambia, youth in Uganda can adopt to advocate for what they want, to advocate for political participation? Is it something you would advise the youth here from Uganda, the youth from Zambia to adopt? Thank you.
So yeah, we had a Gen Z protest in Kenya, and yes, I would advise or encourage the youth in Zambia, Uganda, and any other African countries to also take part in such political inclusion, because political challenges, they do not only affect our parents or older people, it affects everyone. And what helped or challenged the youths in Kenya was that we got people to educate even those who did not have an understanding of their rights, of their responsibilities as citizens. So we had people translating and educating using social media and public, for example, public going on public transport such as the matatus and bus, to ensure that everybody was able to understand what is going on. And we had the information. For example, what we really rallied against was the introduction of the finance bill, which had very it had policies that were going to affect us in very many negative ways. And that made Kenyan youths to understand that if that bill was to pass, they would also have been affected. I remember, if I can say, some of the policies that made most of the youths to turn up, that were incorporated in the, that were what were being put in the new finance bill. is that the youth were going to pay taxes regardless whether they were employed or not. If the information was not disseminated like that, dissected for them, like that for them to understand, many of them would have, because in the previous years, many young people, including I myself, were ignorant of our political participation, because like she said, we are like, I am not a political person, so it does not involve me. But after this information was passed around, even to our parents who do not understand the common languages, Kiswahili and English, it was translated to every mother tongue. Everybody, the youth, the age, everybody was able to understand what is going on. So if the youth in Kenya, in Uganda,